Some safe respite in this elevator. But always be ready for something to pop out.
Find new weapons and items at the store, and place extra items in the safe.
Will do. Definitely time to put some of these medkits away. Oh, I can buy a level 2 suit for 10k. The Obsidian suit is a DLC suit, and it was exclusive to the PS3. We're not going to be using that. We may take a look at it at the very, very end of the game, but I don't want to. Since this isn't New Game Plus, I don't really want to cheat it out yet. But we will be purchasing this suit. And unlike the second game, once you upgrade, you can't go back. So if you don't like this suit, or if you like this suit, you'll never see it again. Personally, I don't like this suit, so I'm happy to see it go. There we go. Some more armor on the sides and chest. Better looking helmet. And access to more items and armor. And we have extra money, so buy the line gun.
Red weapon icon. Mean your weapon has no ammo in its clip.
Okay. Thank you. Let's see how much inventory space we have now from that. Got 3 more slots. Not horrible, not the greatest either. Here's the tram. Do not have kinesis yet. Have no power nodes, I believe. Correct. And I'm actually going to pop up here real quick just to see if I'm allowed to go back and grab those health packs. Because at the very least, I can sell them and get some extra money. Let's take a quick look at our suit here while we're waiting. I think this helmet has a much better design. Looks much cooler. I like that the shoulders have some armor. There we go. Pick up some of the stuff we dropped. I'm not going back through the entire level. But since we have this opportunity here, you know, this is a survival horror game. And so your resources are important. Not to lecture you guys or anything. But this game is fairly old at this point. Love the sound of that, like the roar. So we're going back down. This came out in 2009? 2008, 2009. So it's almost 10 years old. So there's a good number of people out there that have no exposure to this game. And that's sort of depressing to me. Like, number one, because it makes you feel really old, and two, because like this game series was amazing. As I'm recording this, it's only been about a week since EA Redwood, also known as Visual Studios, got shut down. And so I pretty much put the final nail in the coffin of Dead Space. And it's a shame. The series had a lot of promise, and I wish it had been treated better. I also wish the studio had been treated better. Anything in here we can pick up? Nope. So that's the end of Chapter 1. Just remember N for new arrivals. Keep that written down. Yeah, we'll save. Nope, I want to save it over this. And now, chapter 2, you want to write an I down. So NI are the first two letters you want to have written down to spell out this mystery word.
Shh. It's all right, McCoy. He's here. Nothing to be afraid of. I knew you would come. Just like you said. I saved this for you. Can I go now? Claire wants to take me. Just shut up.
Spooky, scary.
Use kinesis to move or throw objects.
Now we're all kinesised up. And that was our first real indication of something really, really terrible happened on this ship. Like, not just... You know what I mean? Because you did have... like, all the necromorphs in Chapter 1. But, like, there's no bodies. Like, the crew is missing. What happened to them? Like, now you're like... Oh, we found a crew member. She was alive. But then she was talking to this dead body. Mentioning a voice saying I would come. And, like, all these dead bodies and body bags just piled up. I'll mess up the tram lines if we can. Make more work for us later as an engineer. I also like at each chapter it shows you where on the ship you're going. Like which decks. That's a nice touch.
Pick up schematics to add items to the store.
Okay. Thank you. A flamethrower. No thank you. So we're going to be putting that... I just want... Does that take up inventory space? It does. So we're definitely dropping that off. I'm not sure if this is a popular or unpopular opinion, but I will say that the flamethrower is the most useless weapon in the entire game. I can't say I've ever used it properly.
Isaac, are you there? We were attacked. Kendra's gone. 1 minute she was there, and I can't believe I lost her. We can still do this. Get me the captain's rig codes, and we'll find Nicole. Looks like the crew barricaded the door to the emergency wing. We have to blow through it to get to the morgue. Get some thermite from medical storage, and a shock pad from zero-G therapy. Should be down the corridor. Communication is useless in all this static.
So now we have that non-linearity I was talking about. You pretty much have, you can go to this door or this door. And you're like, oh no, you're like, oh Mike, non-linearity. Yeah, get out of your own ass and realize that like it's just giving you a choice. But it's like, it is more choice than you do get in the sequel. And I'm not saying whether that's good or bad, you know, because a tight linear path A to path B can be really good for horror. But see, you can do thermite or shock pad. You need both of them, but it's pretty much left to your devices which way you want to do first. And I think it's for this game, it's a nice touch in that because you are Mr. Fix-It essentially, trying to solve everybody's problems. And as someone who's worked in the service kind of maintenance industry, particularly HVAC, like you're pretty much left to your own devices of.
All weapons have an alternate firing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for pausing my. Thank you. Okay. yeah, someone who's worked in that kind of industry, like once you discover a problem, you're pretty much left to your own devices to solve it. I mean, of course, it depends on your supervisor, kind of like management style. But I was even fresh out of school for it. I was left, wow, very sterile, very shiny. Even fresh out of school, I was left to my own devices to try to repair people's air conditioners. And it sort of like went against everything I'd been taught in school. And so it was like, okay, there's a problem. Hello?
Hazardous anomaly detected.
Oh shit.
Activated.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Man, the stasis is really hard to hit in this game. Reload, reload. There's something else here. I can hear it. Oh, there it is. Sorry for swinging the camera around wildly here. Sounds like somebody's in that room. Yeah, so I get the feeling that Isaac has a similar experience that I had in somebody go wash the vents. Like Isaac has a similar kind of thing of like, okay, this is your task. You can decide how you want to complete it. There's generally steps 1, 2, and 3 you need to do, but 1 and 2 are interchangeable. I will say I hated the I would say I absolutely hated the HVAC industry because of the fact that the companies I worked for, I won't tell you their names, but the companies I worked for were super shady about stuff. Like fresh out of school, they're like, "Oh, have you ever installed this kind of motor?" And I like never had my hands on a freaking like system at that point. And I told them this, told my employer this, and they're like, it's not rocket science. You'll figure it out. And so they sent me to this customer's business. It was a restaurant, and I set about getting it done. I'm gonna go upstairs first. I want to check that one. And they were charging like $130 an hour for me to be up there fixing their AC, not knowing a single thing I was doing. Okay, that's locked. And that was super shady. Like they called me like an hour in, and they're like, "Oh, did you figure it out? Are you doing okay?" I'm like, "Well, I'm figuring it out. I'm working on it." And it was in the attic of this business. I actually don't want to go forward. Yeah, I want to do all those small rooms. And I was getting it done, and you know, I was in the attic of this guy's business. So it was probably 100 degrees outside, and it was probably like 130 degrees in this guy's attic. And so I'm like, I was dehydrated. I was soaking wet because I don't know if you've experienced this or not, but if you have an attic in the summertime, make sure you're hydrated first. Make sure you go into your attic and sit there for like 10 minutes. Tell me afterwards how you feel. But for me, I start sweating like 2 minutes into it. Is that audio log?